Seriously, God must have really taken a huge risk to have laid down his life for us when he wasn't even sure if we will follow or not. Like, that was a big risk. Like, businessmen would venture into businesses, fine, they have to think of calculated risk. But dying for an entire world that hated you, that didn't even see you as anything, just hoping that they would just love you back. That must have been like a mad love, like out of this world, like a huge risk, even when we didn't even show sign of wanting him or something. But he just said, you know what? Is worth it. Like, they are worth dying for. I'm just going to lay my life down for these guys, whether they love me or not. If I know they hate me, but I will still die for them, hoping that they will just love me. That's how that's how wide his arms are open, hoping that one day, even unbelievers today, will just come to the knowledge of the truth and say, you know what, I give up all my desires because you loved me even when I didn't even figure out or look at you or think of you as anything, or when I didn't even love you. God is really hoping that one day, everyone will come to the knowledge of the truth and love him just the way he loves us. I mean, Jesus is super, super, super amazing, for thinking of that. And he didn't just stop there, loving us and then telling us that, you know what, having loved you this much, I just need you to love me back. And then I'll give you my rights, my privileges. And then I'll hand over, the sonship, power and authority to you. And then you begin to co-sit with me where I sit, far above the earth, far above principalities and powers in the heavenlies. You sit with me there, just like sitting with kings. Like, you sit with me there and begin to control things. So when the challenges of this world happen, you are seated with me, far above them. So you begin to think like me and handle situations just like me. You're just here, but you're not of this world. So when you see all the challenges of this world, you think of it like you are with me, far above them. Begin to handle them and control them. They are under your feet, It's amazing.
If you just permit me to say that some people will give up at the temptation stage. They ask Jesus, hey, really, just kind of explain it to me. At the temptation stage, at the spitting stage, when you start spitting at me, that's when some people go, I'm done.
I'm done.
At the Gethsemane stage, when he prayed and his sweat was like blood coming out of him, that is when some people will throw in the towel and say, I'm done. At the crucifying stage, even when he was hanging there, before that he could have said enough, and God will still save him.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't. He endured it. That passage is just keeps ringing for the joy. Then after that endurance, there is joy. There is always joy. There is always joy. Man had everything before he arrived on the scene. His instructions were simple. Don't touch the tree. Just dominate. Enjoy. That was his assignment. That was his assignment. So forget the fact that trials do not come. In fact, we should rejoice, because then you know that your morning is coming. It's coming. It's
right.
around the corner.
That's right.
It's around the corner. So, like Enkay said, knowing that you are seated with him, he said, greater things will do. That is like that assurances. I'm sorry, permit me to say he's mad.
I said, people that serve God must be mad. To serve God, you have to be mad.
That assurance is, better things me with me and
Because how can you explain it that I'm seeing a temptation, like a situation in front of me, and you're telling me that no, I'm giving you, I'm giving you peace, I'm giving you joy, I'm giving, the situation is right before me. Is that not foolishness of this word that God was saying? It is the wisdom of God. Like, you can't think like this world if you need to
all
serve
our
Jesus.
wisdom put together. We all love it. Hey. Hey. Foolishness. Hey, God.
You can't use the sense and wisdom of this world to kind of gauge God, because all our wisdom put together is foolishness in front of God. Because what we tag as foolishness with God is foolishness, rather, is wisdom. Because God is saying, guy, see what I'm telling you. There's a glory ahead of you, and you're like, where is the glory? What I'm seeing is this.
You want to give up. You're asking for a motorbike. I said to my husband one day, this is me crossing my boundary. I said, no, I want to buy a small motorbike, power bike. So this is the stupidest thing I gave him. I said for summer. So that I will not use so much gas. He looked at me. Because nobody, and then she be shackled. He goes, before I follow the bike, like, is it not you? You will not.